Nick, good to have you back, by the way. I've missed all the stuff you've had to say. But you're saying secondary source too, and that it's not authoritative. And I keep saying that can't be the case because black letter law is also called principles, fundamental principles. So let's talk about contracts. You know, in this community, people talks about show me the wedding signature, show me the meeting of the minds. And as you and I know, a lot of those arguments are invalid. Okay, so I picked this one because of that. So all of these contracts people sign, typically they sign them like they read them. Whether they read them or not, don't know. So what is that? Duty to read or learn content. I mean, duty to read or learn contents of contract before signing it. So the principle is this right here, also called black letter law. One is under a duty to read or learn the contents of a written contract before signing it. And if, in the absence of fraud, duress, undue influence, and the like, the person fails to do so, the person is presumed to know the contents. Why is that presumption there? Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of these contracts has a section here, sign here, showing that you read it and understood it. The person is presumed to know the contents, signs at his or her own peril, suffers the consequences of his or her negligence, and is estopped to deny his or her obligations under the contract. Now, you see all these little blue numbers. Those are footnotes. These are the holdings of court cases. Okay? Because they are all cumulative supplement cases. But look at here, footnotes, case law. These are the cases where those decisions were made. And the last time I looked, case holdings are authoritative. They're called case law for a reason. And most judges, when they make their rulings based on principles. This is why I'm saying CJS is authoritative. And that's how I look at it. It is an encyclopedia of standing case law and the principles that have been developed throughout the centuries in this example in our American jurisprudence system. But a lot of the principles were there long before the creation of the United States. Because that right there, back to the principle here, do you think the courts created that, or was that principle already there before this country was done? Is that there internationally in all nations when you're dealing with contracts? So principles, here's how everything is governed. There are principles on statutory construction. There are principles for all kinds of subjects. That's why it's called black letter law. So principles are fundamental.